Hello everyone, it's Jenifer Miller for Jesse James Beads Magical Mystery Bead Box for June. We are going to be making a bracelet using beads from the Sunshine and Saltwater mix and the Metal mix. We're also going to be using beads from the High Tides and Good Vibes double strand, the Southern Shores bead strand, and the Feeling Salty bead strand. We're going to be I already have it all strung. Have it all strung up for you. And this is a very versatile design using lots of beads from the mixes and the strands, as well as some of those metal spacers and bead caps. Just absolutely gorgeous and stunning. Loving the colors of these beads and the little pops of crystals. I also brought in some of those turquoise beads. Now, I'm also making some dangles. We're going to make some dangles using some knotted head pins and those little tiny turquoise beads. They're so cute. You can also put those tiny turquoise beads in between these frosted beads just to add a little bit extra length. I have the 22 gauge wire and about a 4.5-inch piece. And so also too, I'm going to use some crimp tubes, some wire guardians, and a variety of jump rings and a closed jump ring that I have attached to the lobster clasp. All right, so let's get started. You're going to want some crimpers. You're also going to want some cutters, some round nose pliers, some chain nose pliers, and a second pair of chain nose pliers. The first thing that we want to do is we want to finish off the ends. We're going to use that by using a crimp tube. These are 2x2 crimp tubes and a wire guardian. You don't have to use a wire guardian if you don't want to, but I like using the wire guardians. Then we're going to pass that back through the the wire guardian. Then what we're going to need to do is add that closed jump ring. And I always attach the closed jump ring to the lobster clasp so I know which one is the closed jump ring. And pass that back through the crimp tube and bring in our crimping pliers. I'm using Magical crimping pliers. They give you a nice bead-like finish after you're done crimping it, and it's very secure. After you're all done, look at that bead-like finish. Then what I like to do is I actually like to pass it through the first bead, not for security, but just because then that crimp tube that's now a bead sits nicely centered on that bead. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Give the beading wire just a little trim there. And then we're going to bring in our crimp tube and our wire guardian. We don't have anything else to attach on this side, so all we need to do is get that nicely securely crimped. And I do like to pass through the very first bead. Again, it sits nicely centered on that first bead, but then I also feel like I have a little bit more secure grip of that wire. And then I just come in and give that a very safe and secure trim. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get some jump rings together and just add jump rings to that first dangle that we have. And we are going to, I like the dangle to dangle, so that's why I added extra jump ring on this one here, because I could have very easily attached it directly to the jump ring for the lobster clasp, but I want some extra length. Now let's just make our knotted head pin. We're going to find that flush cut end, grab our round nose pliers at the very tippy tip, and then give that 2 full turns all the way around. And then when you get to the end, you just take that long piece and just bend it straight up. Then remove it from your round nose pliers. You're going to pass it back through that coil that you just made. You're going to pick it up with one plier, and the second plier, I actually have the nylon jaw pliers on my pliers. And I just give it that push and pull, have that nice, it's so pretty. And then I'm going to go ahead and add that turquoise disc from the strand, the spacer, and that little beads from the strand as well. I don't want a long neck because I did the bulky wrap on that first dangle. So what I'm going to do is just bend the wire as it's exiting the bead, bring in my round nose pliers, and wrap around, form it around that top barrel, form that loop, get that nice and centered, bring in my chain nose pliers, and since that tail is really long, I'm going to go ahead and just wrap with my fingers a couple times around towards the left and then 3 times back up towards my right hand. I almost did too many loops. You can almost see that wrap all the way through the loop. Then I'm going to come in with my chain nose pliers and just get that little bit of a tail tucked in so it doesn't scratch anybody. Now what we're going to do is add our jump rings and get everything attached to the bracelet just to finish it off. And as I mentioned, I'm adding an extra jump ring to that last dangle that we just made, just so that it's a little bit longer than the other dangle, so that it just sits nicer on the bracelet. Then what we're going to do is we are going to take our last jump ring, open that up, and we are going to add all of our components and finish this off. I love adding dangles to these bracelets. It just adds a little bit extra to the design. They're optional, but they are so pretty and just take this bracelet to the next level. There are tons of beads still left in the box, so if you want to add more dangles, you can, and you don't have to add dangles if you don't want to. It's all optional. And now we're going to add the lobster clasp, get that nicely locked into place. And now we have our finished bracelet. So pretty. I'm so happy with this design. I hope you enjoyed this inspiration for the Magical Mystery Bead Box for June. Thank you so much for watching.